we put too much pressure on Tyler Perry. You know what I mean? He ain't put nobody on. Be what you gonna be, but put your people on. Be wondering why people keep saying gatekeepers.
Katt Williams seems to have made it his mission to expose creeps in the industry, and he has recently turned his sights on Tyler Perry, accusing him of being Oprah's handler. The comedian has also accused these two elites of having a sinister agenda against black actors. Oprah and her buddy Tyler are not strangers to accusations like this, but it seems to be getting out of hand now, and people are demanding that they are held accountable. Several celebrities like 50 Cent, Ludacris, Dave Chappelle, Monique, and so on have called out Oprah and Tyler Perry for acting against the interests of black entertainers. The pair have been accused of setting black actors up for embarrassment, lowballing, and blacklisting rather than using their positions to uplift the black community. But what's crazy is that despite the outcry against them, Oprah and Tyler Perry have never tried to appear remorseful or repentant. Instead, they act like they're untouchable, and Katt Williams is not having that. Whistleblowers in the industry, like Katt, have often been labeled as jealous, bitter, angry, or even crazy, but that has not stopped him from speaking for what he believes is right. So what exactly did Katt have to say about Oprah and Tyler Perry, and how did they respond? For context, Oprah was alleged to have employed Tyler as her instrumental figure to disrupt the careers of numerous individuals within Hollywood. The focal point of this narrative, however, began with Monique, who courageously stood up against Oprah's alleged manipulations. Monique, an actress of formidable talent, was one of the first to publicly challenge Oprah, accusing the media mogul of using Tyler Perry as her metaphorical attack dog. Monique unveiled a disconcerting aspect of the entertainment industry, the blacklisting of artists. Her revelation shed light on a practice that not only tarnished reputations, but also resulted in the loss of multiple job opportunities. The genesis of the conflict is traced back to Monique's involvement in the film Precious, a production co-helmed by Tyler and Oprah and directed by Lee Daniels. Despite her pivotal role as the supporting lead, Monique asserted that her compensation of a mere $50,000 fell short of the film's blockbuster success. The discrepancy between her contribution and the film's financial triumph was glaring, leaving Monique with a sense of being undervalued. However, the tension escalated when Oprah and Tyler allegedly demanded Monique participation in promotional press runs without offering any additional compensation. It was a demand that Monique, steadfast in her principles, deemed unreasonable and unacceptable. In a move to assert her worth, she insisted on being remunerated for her efforts, a stance that was not well received by Oprah and Tyler. Monique's refusal to engage in the press runs without proper compensation became the catalyst for a vehement backlash orchestrated by Oprah and Tyler. The duo, wielding their influence, embarked on a campaign to tarnish Monique's professional reputation. A concerted effort was made to portray her as a difficult and uncooperative personality, a narrative disseminated through various media outlets. The implications of this campaign were profound, extending beyond mere public perception. Directors and producers, influenced by the negative portrayal, began shying away from collaborating with Monique, fearing potential challenges and conflicts on set. This strategic character assassination, orchestrated by Oprah and Tyler, created a professional roadblock for Monique, limiting her access to opportunities within the industry.
But that's when the reports came that now Monique is being demanding and she's being difficult. They had a request, we simply had a request, and they said they couldn't do it, and we said we understood.
But things only got worse from here. After some time, Monique received a call from her friend Oprah. The television host disclosed that she was set to interview Monique's brother in an upcoming episode. Knowing that this family member had been abusive to Monique in the past, Oprah informed her that if she didn't want her to, she would cancel the interview. With the understanding that it was an interview with just the brother, Monique gave her blessing for the filming to proceed. However, what she saw in the coming weeks was unexpected. Commercials began airing that featured not only her abusive brother but also her parents. With a tumultuous past and personal things in her adult life that Monique worked hard to sort out and overcome, adding additional baggage to what she was already dealing with was overwhelming. Monique had agreed to the interview with her brother taking place, but the abusive history was even more intense with her mother. Had Monique known that her parents would be included in the broadcast, she would have requested that Oprah cancel the interview. However, she was not given that information. That made Monique angry because she felt Oprah had gone behind her back and booked her mother too, knowing that the two had not spoken to each other in quite some time. Because of their appearance on the Oprah show, Monique blames Oprah, at least in part, for causing even more damage to her relationship with her family. After the show aired, Oprah called Monique to talk about it. While she told Oprah that she never would have approved of her mother being on the show, she did admit that she had a lot more to say about how that episode and the way it was handled made her feel. In another conversation, Monique claimed that Oprah told her she didn't know the parents were going to accompany her brother on the show and that she'd look into it and call her back. She never called her back. Fast forward to Lupita Nyong'o's Oscar party, which happened to be the next time Monique was face-to-face with Oprah. When it was Monique's turn to speak, as each of them gave Lupita advice during the party, she instead turned to Oprah and let loose. In front of everyone in the room, Monique told Oprah, "Sister, you and I have to have a conversation." That's when Monique unloaded, telling Oprah that she felt betrayed by her friend and that she was angry that Oprah would have her mother on the show without her approval. Oprah apologized, telling Monique, "If you think I did something to offend you, I want to apologize." In any case, Monique is not the only person who feels this way. During his rise to stardom, 50 Cent wanted to solidify himself as a success by making an appearance on Oprah. Not only would this mean a lot for an ex-dealer from Jamaica, Queens, but it would have also proved to his grandmother, who was a huge Oprah fan, that he's doing something productive with his life. But when the idea was pitched to Oprah, she made it clear that she wasn't interested in what 50 Cent had to offer. "She was completely against everything that was in my music," 50 said. "So she ain't never going to have me on that show. I'm never going to reach that platform, which is confirmation of you being a huge success. So I just said, okay, if we can't be friends, then at least let's be enemies." After realizing Oprah wouldn't invite him, 50 Cent went full 50 on the talk show host. The rapper berated her fan base and even named one of his dogs. Now, around the same time, Oprah was also called out by Ludacris, who accused her of throwing him under the bus when he appeared on her show to promote his new movie Crash, alongside his other cast members. During this interview, Oprah barely asked him any questions about the movie, and she kept pressing him about using the N-word in his music.
Basically, she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course, I was up there with the whole cast of Crash, and so I didn't necessarily feel like that needed to be said. You know, you didn't agree with my music, and even if you don't agree.
As if that wasn't enough, Oprah then proceeded to edit out Ludacris's response in order to make him look like a fool on live television. Now, Dave Chappelle is another celebrity who has called out these elites. Chappelle appeared on Oprah's show after his highly publicized fallout with Comedy Central. Dave talked about why he walked away from a $50 million deal and ran all the way to South Africa to escape the Hollywood elite without telling his wife and kids. In the interview, Chappelle spilled the tea on the dark underbelly of the entertainment industry. The conversation took a wicked turn as Chappelle insinuated the existence of elusive elites who mercilessly attack and discredit artists. With a touch of drama, Chappelle exposed the haunting truth of his journey through showbiz.
They're trying to the whole time, they're trying to convince me I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication.
These shocking revelations sent shockwaves through the industry, exposing the cutthroat nature of the business and the lengths some powerful figures will go to maintain their grip on the entertainment world. Chappelle went on to add that these industry elites tried to medicate him in order to be able to control him. But the people that were telling me I was insane, I believe that they knew what was going on. This was troublesome. So I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid, he said. The comedian then went on to reveal the pressures he faced, saying,
"But it's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind you and say..."
As the interview unfolded, Chappelle dropped bombshell after bombshell, exposing the dirty secrets of fame. He shared shocking details of how these elites tried to discredit Mariah Carey after she signed a huge contract.
I mean, you see before, look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy.
In addition to this, Dave dropped a significant bombshell as he recounted an unsettling incident during the shooting of a movie with Martin Lawrence. He revealed that he was coerced into wearing a dress, a situation that left him questioning the industry's tendency to dress every black man in a dress at some point in their career. This experience led him to connect the dots and question why such a practice existed. During the movie shoot with Martin Lawrence, Dave entered the trailer only to discover a dress inside. Perplexed, he questioned the writer about it, expressing his discomfort with the idea. He refused to wear the dress, arguing that it should have been a topic for discussion. The pressure mounted as the production team insisted on the scene, emphasizing the financial consequences of any delay. Undeterred, Dave stood his ground, asserting that he could be funny without resorting to wearing a dress. But that wasn't all, y'all. Dave also revealed how the producers had a whole another script written just in case he ended up saying no to wearing the dress. The minute it was clear I was adamant, I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine, think of something else. He comes back 10 minutes later, a whole new scene. How did you write the scene so fast? You know, it's like, so you gotta take a stand. Kevin Hart was later asked about his thoughts on Dave's comments about black men being forced to wear dresses. And this is what he had to say. Definitely have run into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. You know, for me, I know what they are. They've yet to be challenged, so, you know, I don't have to speak on them. I was asked to dribble a basketball on a talk show this morning. I said, no, that was a dress, but I was like, no, I'm gonna look stupid. At the end of the day, you gotta know that you're a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times. When things happen that can possibly affect your brand can be diminished, and you don't want that to happen. So, you know, protecting my brand is definitely a priority. But just a few months later, Kevin went against his own words when he appeared in a skit on SNL wearing a dress with a whole lace front wig on his head. Kevin received a lot of backlash for this, with some people accusing him of selling his soul and others calling him a hypocrite. He ended up addressing this backlash in a lengthy tweet by saying, "I wore a dress on SNL because I thought it was funny. I made that decision. Nobody made it for me. I am my own boss." And just a few weeks after Kevin's SNL skit aired, Katt Williams revealed some very disturbing information about how black men have been forced by the Hollywood elites for years to try and act and dress more feminine. Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's House 1, 2, and 3. I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next, Katt said. Now, after Katt made these comments, a lot of people started to side-eye Tyler Perry and started to wonder if he's just a Hollywood lapdog being used to effeminate black men in Hollywood. This was later fueled when actor and voice coach Brandon Jay exposed Tyler for threatening him into playing the role of a gay man in his TV show Meet the Browns. For context, Jay had originally auditioned and was playing the role of Joffrey, a stout high school teenager who was being bullied at school. However, Tyler switched it up last minute and decided that Jay's character should be gay and have a crush on his high school bully. According to Jay, a day on Perry's show set was more drastic than the typical one-episode shoot. The actor said episodes were usually shot in 1 week. However, at Tyler Perry Studios, they were shot in 1 day. "I took 2 to 3 days to learn the entire script," Jay recounted. Then on the day of filming the Alfonso Ribeiro-directed episode, Perry walked in and everything changed, Jay claimed. "So we literally ran the entire episode for him, and he hated it," Jay said. The actor realized Perry's dislike for the original script would result in everyone being forced to learn new lines of the honcho's choosing. Mr. Perry on the spot started rewriting the entire script, Jay claimed, while feeding the young actor the lines he had to perfect right there on the spot. Jay claimed the director urged him to learn the new impromptu lines, or else he would be fired. While rising to the occasion to learn the new lines, Jay claimed Perry decided that his character would be gay and have a crush on his high school bully. The drastic plot change wasn't what Jay had originally auditioned for. "I want Jeffrey to be gay and he has a crush on his bully," Jay claimed Perry said. Jay added to the story to reveal his initial response to being told his character would now have to be gay. Jay said he reached out to his agent, who told him that he did not have to take the role if he didn't feel comfortable playing a new role he never signed on for. But after some long thought, Jay said it was an opportunity he didn't want to pass on. He decided to play the role despite Perry's last-minute decision to turn the character gay. Now, if you think that's the end of it, then you are in for a rude shock. On the 16th of December, All the Queen's Men star Christian Keys broke his silence about years of alleged SA from a powerful billionaire in Hollywood he says tried to climb in bed with him and offered $100,000 to strip. If you thought that Diddy was crazy, you don't even know. The actor spoke his difficult truth during an hour-long Instagram Live, where he revealed that he's resigned to taking the scenic route in his career after turning down alleged offers to take his clothes off for money or return to a private residence after auditioning for a role. "I didn't sell my soul or my A for success," he confessed. Keys hopes people will believe him when he names the shady and predatory beloved public figure. He claims to have recordings of the misconduct dating back nearly 20 years. "At some point soon, it's going to have to come out. I kept one of these on me since 05, he said. "Whether it's a keychain recorder or a pen, because most predators would check your phone. Once the harassment started, I was like, I need to protect me. I'm saying no. And I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work. So I started recording." The Detroit native did not go into detail about who harassed him throughout his decades of acting, but promised to expose them soon. "I want to tell it on the mountain, over the hills, and everywhere. I want to speak on it. The good news is that they don't even have to believe me. Hopefully they do. But if they don't, they can hear this person. person. Since the SA started, I've carried many recorder devices on me. Keychains, pens, thumb drives, all of the above. I really want to air that ish out because that bothers me when I'm alone at night. Man, the world is celebrating this person and they don't even know the shady and predatory way this person moves. Predators resent the prey that gets away. So when you don't say yes, when you don't say okay, I'll acquiesce and literally and figuratively play ball. Because we not doing that, they resent you. Keys also said this powerful person felt comfortable with the misconduct because he allegedly claimed he had multiple young black men on the payroll, and they would just show up when he requested them to be there. Despite hinting at multiple other alleged victims, Keys referenced confidentiality and non-disclosure agreements that may keep them quiet. However, he explained that these contracts don't prevent him from turning over evidence of criminal activity. In any case, fans were able to put two and two together and immediately came up with their first suspect, Tyler Perry. In case you're unfamiliar, Keys got his big break starring in several of Perry's stage plays back in the day, which ended up being the foundation of his billion-dollar production company. The two went on to work in several projects together since 2005, when Keys says the harassment began, and is the creator of the BET series All the Queen's Men, which Perry is an executive producer of. As social media users debated if Perry may in fact be one of the individuals Keys is hinting at, many argue that he wouldn't be still working with him if that was the truth. Others, however, took the stance that Perry's S has always been questioned, and that they wouldn't be surprised if he's named in Keys' allegations. In any case, a lot of people were disgusted by this and started speculating if this is why people like Katt Williams have been on Tyler's neck for so long. Well, Katt finally decided to respond to everything, and he went off on Tyler for being Oprah's lapdog and using his power to destroy the careers of black entertainers. He also threw some shade at Tyler and said Tyler plays the role of media all the time because he can't play a man in a movie to save his life.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life.
In any case, despite all the evil that allegedly goes down in Hollywood, fans are grateful for celebrities like Katt Williams who have devoted their entire brands to out this shady business. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.